Hello and welcome to Better Than Yesterday. This is our YouTube channel and this is our first video today, which is titled Why It's Important for Young People to Start Investing. My name is Michael Jans van Rensburg. I'm from South Africa and I'm joined by my good friend
Daniel David Hammond. I'm from Namibia. We finished school last year, decided to go on this progress of bettering ourselves daily. And yeah, we decided we want to share our knowledge.
Amen, man. Yeah, that's what this channel is all about, bro. It's about self-development, self-improvement, and also learning how to invest for young people in South Africa and all around the world, man.
Yeah, no, I think it's good to start investing young because it's a skill that we learn, and the earlier you start, the better it becomes to invest and master the skill, just like you would master any other skill.
100%, bro. I like that. And so basically, what kind of investment are we talking about? We're talking about investing in appreciating assets, stuff like stocks, stuff like crypto, which is a thing me and you have just started getting into, but we've done a lot of research on ourselves. But yeah, man, appreciating assets is basically, and the opposite of that is depreciating assets. So most people, most young people, I see it with my friends. I mean, even with us a few years ago, man, we used to you would spend money on a pair of shoes, you'd buy it for, let's say, $1,000, man. And then as soon as you've bought it, it's instantly worth less than what you bought it for because it's already been used secondhand now. Whereas if you're putting your money into something like an investment, it's, like a stock, whether it's a crypto, it starts to appreciate as soon as it can also depreciate sometimes, but oftentimes if you make the right investment, your money will grow, which is what's the cool part here, man.
Yeah, no, definitely I agree. And sometimes I still fall into this, not really a trap, but I fall into wanting to spend all my money on buying something now, but not seeing a long-term benefit of it.
Yeah.
Whereas where I invest, like buy some Matic coin for 500, and then in maybe 3 to 4 days, sometimes weeks, it goes up to 1,000. So then I've got 1,000, and then I can use that 500 to buy a pair of shoes, and I've actually lost nothing. So
yeah,
that's the nice thing about investing your money into investments that appreciate or assets that appreciate. Yeah.
I like it, man. Yeah. So, and what's the difference between, saving? Yeah. So like you say, you put that money into, when you're young, that's the problem, especially being a student, you don't make too much money. But the thing is, if you do put your money into investment, you begin to save your money and also it compounds over the long time. And compounding literally is like we're saying, you make percentage. Sometimes it won't always double, but it'll still make like a 50% investment in a few days, which helps a lot, man. So yeah, that's the cool thing. Another reason why you should start investing young, man, is you start to make the mistakes early, man. And that's something that's always valuable. Like you say, when you're gaining a skill, man, if you make the mistakes early, in a few years' time, like me and you, we're 18 years old, but we've started investing now. If we'd started 2 years ago, we would already have had 2 years of experience, 2 years of making mistakes, investing in the wrong coins. But now, at least we're getting started now, and or we have already been getting started, man, which is really cool, man. So yeah, that's a benefit of starting young is that you make the mistakes early, and in a few years' time, you'll already thank yourself because you'll have so many years of experience. You already have a portfolio built up of all your different investments, whether it's crypto, whether it's stocks, whether it's gold, whatever it is, man.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you on, especially on the part of starting young and making the mistakes now, because it's easier to take risks when you're young, and your parents are still your source of income as well. So then it really, like, it's when it comes to the mentality and your mindset around it, is you can easier risk your money now, make the mistakes and learn of it in the future. When you have your own money, be able to trust yourself with the type of investment you make then, and then allowing yourself to invest and really reap the benefits of it. What I want to also add or invest, it is that when you invest young, it allows you to take your future and then really take control of it. Allowing yourself to invest young will also, if you do it right and continuously, not giving up when you make your mistakes, you can really compound your income so much that you can retire young and live your life, enjoy the money and see money work for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of you working for money, money works for you. So
So
you
true.
can have a more relaxed life and even prolong your life because there'll be less stress about worrying where my next meal is coming from. Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
wanted to say.
No, I like that, man. And like you say, bro, in terms of like the long term, investments is a long term game. I mean, you can have stuff like day trading, but that's not the kind of stuff we're talking about here. It's more,
Yeah,
putting in money and then it can sometimes, like you said, myself and Daniel, we've both put in money recently into investments and have managed to double our money in like a period of either a month or even like a couple of weeks, man. So you can see sometimes
yeah,
short term gains, but oftentimes you can't come in with those expectations. It's more of a long-term game because let's say every month even in your still in your teens, like starting as soon as you leave school, 18 years old, if you put aside like half of what you, or let's say even like just a small portion of what you earn every month, if you put it into investments, by the time you're like 25, let's say, you already have all of this built up from like every month putting aside 500 rand, 500 rand, like however dollars, euros, whatever it is for you, you're putting that aside and then it grows in the long term, and then you'll really reap the rewards in a few years time once that's all compounded, like you were saying, man. Because yeah, that's the problem, with a lot of young people our age, man. What you see is that it's a vision leading towards the short term. You want to buy a car, you want to get a girlfriend, like you just want to get everything as soon as possible now. But if you look towards the long term, you really will live life with no regrets. You might end up like retiring early, finding financial freedom, like you said, man. So yeah,
yeah,
that's why investing is a cool thing for young people, man. And it's something that
yeah,
not enough young people do, which is why we decided to make this video and make this channel. Investing in themselves. Whether it's financially, you can even start investing in yourself in terms of, who you are like as a person. Like doing research, reading books that'll help your mentality. All this kind of stuff is long-term gains versus the short-term gains that most people our age strive for.
yeah. Like we said when we talked the other day, short-term sacrifice for a long-term gain,
Yeah.
and yeah, we are responsible for ourselves. We're responsible for our life.
Mm.
So once you start to understand that and see that no, it's really on me the way I want my life to turn out. So that's why investing doesn't need to be something financial always. It can be investing in your health, going for a run, not just sitting at home playing games the whole time.
Yeah.
I mean, you can play games for 30 minutes and then also just go for a jog. Same as when it comes to your education. And here I don't want to just talk about the formal education, such as going to school, going to university.
Yeah.
That's not really the education I want to talk about now. The education I want to talk about is self education. Yes, we don't really want to read a lot in this age because we've got our phones, we can watch YouTubes. There's so much opportunities that we have that our parents didn't have. Like you can use audiobooks, you can watch a YouTube video, but just being able to select a few topics where you educate yourself on, where whereas you see that no, I don't really have so much knowledge in this yet. Educating yourself will then help you with your social relationships because then you, as your friends, have more to talk about and having those beneficial conversations as well. So, like you also said about how we started investing,
Yeah.
I took a chance and I invested in Matic, also known as Polygon Coin. And within, I think, a week, 7 days, my Matic the value went up from 12 Rand to 36 Rand. And actually, I was able to triple my money. And it's just such a good learning experience
Yeah.
because now I watch charts and I've gained knowledge in something else which prior to this I didn't really know. So
Yeah.
that's why in starting to invest young will really be beneficial now, and you'll thank yourself later on as well.
Yeah. 100%, man. Yeah, because like you
Mhm.
say, in a few years' time, right now, both of us are still students, so putting in small amounts, even if you do sometimes make a mistake, you might not, the market's been in a crash right now. Sometimes you can see your money go down. But at least now you're learning those things early. You know, in a few years' time, you might be working with bigger amounts once you're earning salaries, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so it's really a good practice to start now, man. Like we said, and I'm super excited, man. You know, I think the two of us, we still both at the beginning of our journeys, man. And that's what's cool about this channel is that we're going to be, you know, growing together, and we just want to put that out there. If anyone can learn from that, you know, that's what we're here for, man. We're passionate about inspiring other people, and that's why we started this channel, Better Than Yesterday, man.
Yeah, and it's really just going to be a wonderful journey that we can go along. Me and Michael, we also still learning. It's just going to be one good journey, and just being able to make this not just something we do once, but actually to become part of our lifestyle.
Yeah,
That's why starting now, it's easy to create new good habits now, whereas we create bad habits and just start using whatever money we get from wherever and using it up, not really seeing where your money goes.
yeah,
So this is going to be a lifestyle.
yeah,
First, it's going to become a habit, and
mhm,
then it's just going to be something so beneficial. And
yeah,
if you join us on this Better Than Yesterday YouTube channel, this journey, this community, it's
amen.
going to be great. Also making new friendships, networking.
Yeah.
Maybe we can travel and see the world.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
working together, man. Yeah, so basically that's what we're about. You know, in our next few videos, we're gonna be talking about more self-development things focused around young people. You know, the journey that me and Daniel have both taken in part. This is the kind of stuff that we talk about all the time, which is why we decided to start this YouTube channel. You know, so yeah, we're gonna be talking about more investments, practical ways of how you can start investing. You know, what kind of applications you can use, even a few videos on that kind of stuff, man. But yeah, I'm excited for the future, man. You know, there's a lot we can talk about. You know, self-improvement, you know, growing, and that's what better than yesterday means, man. You know, what you strive to do is be better than the person you were yesterday. You know, it sounds like a small thing, but if you do that every day for a few years' time, you know, you'll really become the person you're meant to be, man, which is really cool.
Yeah, definitely. I agree on that. And doing these small things are, it's actually like, it's funny how we never look into the small things, but it's the small daily actions that we take that lead up to the big actions. And just realizing how important small actions are and the worth they really give you, because it's what builds how you're going to live your life. And also just a tip that I want to end off with is when you receive your monthly allowance,
Yeah,
you can just take 50% of that,
yeah,
even 40%, just invest that, and then you can still use the 60% go out with your friends,
for sure.
buy whatever you need to buy, but just start putting money aside and just watch how it grows. That's how I'd like to end off this.
Yeah,
And about the last thing is about how we want to show you where you can invest. Like as students, we don't have so much money, so the investments that we can make is this channel is going to offer where you can invest, what applications to use,
yeah,
especially in Namibia and South Africa,
yeah,
where we are currently located.
amen.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%, bro. Like you said, if you start putting money aside now towards investing, you'll really thank yourself in the short term and especially in the long term, man. So yeah, that was a great
especially.
video, man. I'm excited for the future. If you guys are interested
Yeah,
in
it was
sort of
lovely
what we've
talking
been,
to you.
yeah, sorry, man.
It was lovely talking to you, bro.
Amen. Yeah, always good talking to you, my friend. And yeah, if you guys are interested in what we've been talking about today, make sure to subscribe to this channel because yeah, like I just said, you know, and like Daniel just said, there's a lot more coming your way. So you know, we're just gonna be sharing our wisdom, growing together, and hope you are interested in becoming a part of this community. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah,
See you in the next one.
much love.